In this episode, we're going to cover one of the most classic questions of all. Should you offer free shipping for your Shopify store? The answer is, it depends. Free shipping isn't actually free. Certainly not free to you, the store owner, because you have to pay the shipping cost to the shipping carrier. The customer is looking at the total cost of the order. So just by saying that you'll offer free shipping, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win every order and that your conversion rate will skyrocket. Chances are you've had to increase your product price somewhat to cover the cost of the shipping. Your competitors are going to influence this decision and how they're pricing their products, and your margins are going to be the bottom line surrounding whether or not free shipping makes sense for your business. Customers compare the full price. They look at the product, they look at the shipping, and they look at the total amount. That's how you and I shop. If store A sells a product for $50 and then there's a $10 shipping cost, that's $60 out the door. Store B might do $60 for the product and free shipping, that's also $60. You're not fooling customers. They are running this math in their head instantaneously. They know where the best deals are. So while free shipping might feel simpler at the checkout, certainly for a customer, it's a no-brainer to choose that option. Even for you as the store owner, it's pretty simple to establish that on the back end within your shipping configuration in Shopify. But at the end of the day, the total price is what matters. Product price plus shipping is what the customer is going to be looking at. So when would it make sense to offer free shipping? It depends. Some niches, some markets, it matters more than others. It depends a lot on the price sensitivity of the market that you're selling into. If there's a lot of price sensitivity, meaning people are very, very reactive to what the price point is, again, including the product price and the shipping, then yes, you might need to do free shipping or some type of a low flat rate amount of shipping. However, if your market does not experience an extreme amount of price sensitivity, meaning your products are more premium, maybe more unique and original, perhaps you're manufacturing them yourself as opposed to buying them from a manufacturer and just reselling them, then maybe because there's no direct competition or comparable products out there, you don't have to offer free shipping because people will still convert. So if your products are highly commoditized and you're buying them from a factory and there's a lot of other resellers like you doing the same thing, even worse if that manufacturer or distributor has a minimum advertised price in place, meaning you're not allowed to sell it for more than a certain dollar amount, and therefore it's you versus a lot of your other competitors, and some of them are doing free shipping, you're probably stuck and you probably need to do free shipping just to stay at par with all of them. But it's going to depend. If, again, on the other hand, your items are pretty unique and there's no easy comparable product for people to find, then yeah, you could probably get away with not doing free shipping and charging your customers for shipping to at least cover your shipping costs. Turn that into at least a break even, if not a slightly profitable dimension to your unit level economics, as opposed to just a net loss. The key is to not just copy your competitors blindly. I hear from my clients a lot that, well, we do free shipping because Amazon does it. But you're not Amazon, and nobody is. So it's going to boil down to your economics and your competitors and where they're at. It's going to boil down to the cumulative pricing to win the game, to win the conversion. Conversion, by the way, is just the number of orders divided by the number of clicks that are coming to the website. If you have one order among 100 clicks, that would be a 1% conversion rate. Pricing is one of the biggest reasons that your conversion rate isn't as high as you may want it to be. And of course, the free shipping is a huge element of your overall pricing. So be very aware of your competitors. Go out there and find people who are selling either the exact same product or similar comparable products to yours. And I would suggest running a spreadsheet and documenting what their base price is, what their shipping is, whether they have minimum order level thresholds, and really establish where all those price points are. And that will help you discover whether or not free shipping makes sense for your business, or maybe instead charge something for your shipping. Free shipping is not your only option. There's other ways to approach this. I've had very good success with some of my clients who offer a flat rate shipping such as $5. This works really well if your average order value is relatively high, say $100 plus. Obviously, if you have good gross margins, it helps. And especially if you have a unique product with not a lot of direct competitors and a strong amount of customer affinity, meaning your customers tend to come back and repeat order a lot. If that's the case and they're buying $100 plus at a time, $5 isn't going to feel like a big commitment to them. It's probably not a matter of them saying, well, at free shipping, I was in, at $5, I'm out, and I'm going to go to some competitor who has something kind of close to your product. We ran that experiment on a few of our clients, and in all cases, the $5 was an overwhelming success because previously the client was eating all that cost for shipping, and of course it affected their net bottom line. When they instead put $5 flat rate in place, they collected some money. It didn't cover all of their shipping, but it dramatically reduced their loss in shipping, and it really affected their bottom line as a business. There were tens of thousands of dollars of net profit that wound up in their bank account as a result of this, and there was no loss in conversion rate or customer attrition whatsoever. So give that some thought. If your products are very unique and your customers tend to repeat, if you have a high degree of customer retention, then a flat rate might be something worth considering. Another good way of approaching it is weight-based. So that would imply, or the best case for that is if you have a lot of different products that have a lot of different weights, and so the shopping cart tends to be varied, weight-based is a pretty good option. What you would have to have, of course, is a weight in place in Shopify at the product level. So you'll need to weigh everything and enter that value at the product level. But within Shopify, you could set up a weight-based, like a tier system, where you might say from 0 to 3 pounds, you will charge the customer a certain amount, and from 3.01 pounds to 5, it's another amount, and so on. But that's another pretty decent model. The more they buy, the heavier the cart, the more you'll have to charge them for shipping because your shipping costs are going to be higher as well. But at the end of the day, you have to protect your margins. It's all about protecting your profit margins. If you don't, and your profit margins erode, and you're barely making any profit, or worse yet, you're negative in your profit, that doesn't do anybody any good. So to serve your customers, you have to stay healthy as a business, and the way to do that is to protect your margins. So step one is to know your margins. Run some unit level economics. It's basically the product price that you're charging customers minus the cost of goods sold that it costs you to acquire that. Consider what you're charging your customer, and in this scenario, you're not charging them anything, it's free, and then run an analysis of what you're spending to ship it out. What is your shipping cost on average? Get a sort of a handle on that and really analyze that math, and then test it. Maybe you do a site-wide free shipping promotion for a few days or possibly a week, and get a sense for how sensitive the market is. Does your conversion rate skyrocket when you offer that? Do you see a higher average order value as a result of that? People presumably think, well, with free shipping, I might as well capitalize on this offer and put a lot more stuff in my cart. And if you do see a lot of upside when you do it as a temporary promotion, then yeah, it's starting to seem like there is a lot of price sensitivity. So give it some thought, but definitely analyze your margins very, very carefully and then run some tests. You could do free shipping, flat rate shipping, do the weight-based and kind of modify it. But at the end of the day, what you're looking for is what shipping configuration is bringing the most profit dollars to your business. If free shipping is bringing the most amount of orders, that's one thing, but what really matters is it bringing the most amount of gross profit, or really net profit dollars. That's the question. Which method is bringing you the most profit dollars? And that's the one to shoot for and to test for. So I would test it. I would think about some of your most common products, look at those, analyze the unit level economics within your best products. Also analyze what your average shopping cart looks like, sort of your AOV, and which products are in that shopping cart. Really analyze your margins Analyze your competitors very, very carefully and gather what their all-in price is for similar products to what you sell. And if you are doing free shipping or are considering it, also consider the flat rate approach, especially if your average order value is reasonable, $100 I would say or more. $5 flat rate is going to feel like a cheap amount of shipping for most customers, but it's going to help you minimize your losses quite a bit. And then track it. If you're going to make any of these tests or changes, of course, you have to know what it looked like before and what it looked like after. And the two key things are conversion rate and average order value. When you test free shipping or take it away, what happens to your conversion rate and your AOV, and of course, overall revenue, order count, and gross profit. So I hope that this helped. Give all these things some thought and play with the numbers a little bit, and I wish you the best of success with your business. Thanks.